Hi guys.
Hello people.
I'm Milena.
Lola.
And we're watching second episode of Sopranos.
We just watched first.
Yes.
So we thought, might as well just watch second. The first
Love
one was
watching
so fucking good.
First two at least together.
Yeah, I just feel like, what is one? Really, what is one? Nothing.
And the
Even
one...
though this one was great.
That's what I say. And the first one really introduced us into the story. Like, already made us very, very interested.
It was packed when you think about it. With character development.
I really enjoyed it.
Me too. I also just feel like I'm gonna enjoy, like, even before playing it, it was gonna be a bigger enjoyment because it's an old show. And that is something that, like, but the ways that the shows are made are so different now.
Yeah.
Just like this has the Wire also gave that vibe, you know, like there's an intro, like it's like dumb things.
I mean,
like there is something that just like feels warm and nostalgic
Yeah.
about it. And so I
think,
immediately want to watch more.
Yeah, I think they do have some heart that is, again, just in a way they're done differently than the shows nowadays. Doesn't mean better.
No, but like sometimes
but,
I just think oftentimes networks just like don't let the show breathe. Like they're gonna cancel it before it can get going, and like if it immediately in season 1, if it doesn't perform well, it's axed. And like I know someone made that comparison, like I wouldn't know because I wasn't paying attention while Breaking Bad was coming out, but like someone said that basically Breaking Bad became popular during its last season or second to last season. And so like if they were banking on ratings, like Breaking Bad would have never gotten made past season 1. Like all what they were looking for was ratings, and now it's like it's, you know, revered as the best show ever made. But I think that is also where TV goes wrong. It's a lot just about ratings and like what it's gonna make most money, which is why like oftentimes it's like a reboot of a reboot of a something, of a like continuation of a story that's already universally loved, because like then you can sell an audience and there's less heart in it.
No, I just differently done most of the shows. Like right now in like the topics also can be different than back in the days, let's say. Enjoyed the first episode much more than I thought. Again, didn't know much about the show. But the second that I heard that like he's going to the mob boss, he's going to therapy and talks
somehow
about
it sounded like the beginning of a joke. A mob boss answered therapy.
Like somehow that part is the part that like made me most interested, and that's why I was so excited to watch this. It was great. The first episode was great. Had so much heart in it already. Loved it, honestly. So can't wait to see what they're gonna. Again, it was like the first episode. The first episode is usually like to introduce you in the story, you know. Can't wait to see, because like I think now we're gonna more see the pace of the show, you know, or something like that.
I mean, I think you know, through the entirety of season 1 we're gonna be learning about the show and like the pace that it's gonna take and how it's gonna go and everything. But I'm just very excited to see, like, with the idea of who they are, like, to watch now these characters that like everyone's heard about Tony Soprano. Like everyone's heard about, like I have nothing in my mind, so like it's interesting to finally be seeing him actually.
And he's kind of different than what I expected him to be.
I honestly I didn't think about it much, so like I had nothing in my mind. I was just like, oh, a mob boss. That was kind of it.
I didn't expect the warm side of him at all. Like I thought it was gonna, like, maybe through time we're gonna understand why he's so harsh, but like I expected to see first very harsh side of him, and like they're gonna deepen his character.
The harsh side comes later.
Maybe, but like we're gonna through the episodes understand why he became so harsh, you know, and that's gonna be complex, let's say, you know. But like
I feel like we can see him become harsher because like they want to like demote him, let's say, from being the kind of main one of the family to something else. And so like I feel like he's gonna fight for that, and so like, you know, with him fighting for that, he can become harsher and harsher and harsher, you know. This can be a downfall, basically.
I mean, maybe.
We'll see. So I don't know. I'm very excited to watch.
Yeah, me too. I mean, we only watched one episode. We
can't speculate
have no
much.
idea what's gonna happen.
We can't do much speculating.
But very excited.
We can play this now.
Let's play the episode.
46 long.
John Guy.
That's how the episode is long.
No chance of parole. What's the situation on the ground today, right now, in the mall? Confusion, instability, backing of the top. What caused the decline?
Your sister's ass.
An aggressive government policy over 2 decades to behead the crime families. But wasn't it, at least in part, a disregard within the mall itself?
Just when I thought I was out, they pulled me back in. Huh? Zappuccino.
I never watched The Godfather. I don't know what we're supposed to... Like, I've heard these lines, but like I don't know what that's supposed to...
The party's over. You know, the golden age, or whatever, of the mob.
That's what we're following, the end of the golden age of the mob.
That's never coming back. I think it's drug trafficking.
Oh!
And I think that ruined everything. You're looking at a mandatory 35 to life in prison. Guys started to rat on each other just so they could avoid prosecution.
The code of silence, or the omerta, or whatever you want to call it, just went by the boards.
You're always going to have organized crime.
I like this one.
Me too. Was it the same one in the first episode?
I don't remember it honestly, but this time I was reading lyrics, so...
Well, that's what I mean, I didn't...
It's different to me now.
Either the lyrics were not written or we're just not paying attention. I guess the thing that's new in their business is that like now they're giving... Like the prosecution is giving like them to not serve time if they speak, and so people start ratting on each other.
Exactly. But like they did mention that even in the previous episode.
Yeah, but like that's like I guess what's changed.
They get 35 years in prison or something like that.
I love the R being a gun. Que cabron. A trap.
Sounds suspicious.
A trap.
Seems suspicious. I could have told you that.
People get hurt, the ones who try to be fucking jerk-offs. Okay, but you gotta time me up. You gonna be a jerk-off now? My boss is gonna think I'm in on it. What do we look like? We're trying for a merit badge? We travel around with rope? I've got some in the cab, please. I need this job. Okay, Jesus Christ, get him the rope. Look, I don't know who in the company gave up the route, but there's no way I could walk away unscathed. Oh, well, that's cool. Thank you. That's enough.
Luego si va a continue.
Skating.
Yeah.
Mr. Miller, my science teacher, he got his car stolen. You're kidding. Did you hear what Anthony Jr. just said? Mr. Miller's car got stolen.
Fresh my memory. Say again?
Is your son's science teacher? These poor teachers, they don't make a lot.
So I can work a summer vacation.
Maybe you could help find it.
Funny. I thought I told you I changed my name from LoJack to Anthony Soprano.
Laugh, I thought I'd pee my pants. Seriously though, Pussy's got the body shop. You couldn't ask around? I'm late.
What do you get in science?
D+.
See what I can do.
That's not what I meant. He's got to work for his grades. So
That's first. It's the guy. For you, Serge. Get over there. Serge.
He hung up on...
Press hold when you transfer a call.
I'm sorry, Tony.
Now he's not going to call back.
Hello?
Mama.
Oh, look who calls.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't see the thing on the.
I called you yesterday, remember? You're supposed to call me back?
I phoned your house. Some operator answered the phone. I couldn't understand a word she was saying.
Well, how many times I got to tell you? That's not an operator. It's an answering machine.
Oh.
Your mother's about to burn down.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why you can't leave her alone.
Yeah, I see the pen. There is a pen.
But like, if she doesn't want to go to a nursing home,
You
or like,
something?
Now, you and my mother, you're like two peas in a pod. She can't master the phone either, but she's 70 years old. What's your fucking excuse?
woman, the
Do
house
you
will burn
hear
down.
that like something's burning?
Oh my God.
Ma.
Oh my god.
Not
oh my
water,
God.
not water, not water, not water on oil, not water on oil.
Oh my God.
Who the hell is she?
Who is this?
It's Anthony.
The mushrooms. They're on fire.
All right, Ma, get the fire extinguisher under the sink. The one I gave you, get it.
Oh my God.
Told him the guy's on the second line.
Aren't you coming over?
You press hold, goddammit. Listen,
Oh my
Ma,
God, he's
I'm
gonna-
40 minutes away. You hang up and you call 911 and you leave the house.
Look at how I live.
Ma, hang up and call 911.
This is.
Carmela, my mother's got a fire in the kitchen.
Yeah, I'm on my way.
Thank you, baby. I know you do.
I know the physician is painting her nails. I love Carmela.
I gotta go outside line. Give me a number.
But like, if she doesn't want to go to a nursing home, I'm sure that he can pay someone to like.
Let me get somebody in here to help you.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be alone.
Okay, so she doesn't want that.
You need company.
Now don't start with that nursing home business again.
This is not a nursing home. It is a retirement community. You know, you can always come and live with us.
I know when I'm not wanted.
Just invited you to come and share my home. You want me to beg? That's different.
Leave this place that my husband and I shared. He was a saint. That son of mine, is he still having those fits?
They're not fits, Ma. They're anxiety attacks. You know, he's on medication.
Those fits.
I mean, it sounds like a parent that was born like in the 900s.
900?
Like 19,000, just like that year, not like the year 19,000s. Like imagine a mob boss getting your car.
I'll take you over here, sir.
I think I'll have an espresso. Paul, you want anything?
They got any just coffee?
Our cafe du jour is New Zealand Peaberry.
Come on, oh. What a
420, pick it up over there.
fucking Italian people. How do we miss out on this? What? Fucking espresso, cappuccino. We invented this shit. And all these other cocksuckers are getting richer.
Yeah, isn't it amazing?
It's not just a money. It's a pride thing. All our food. Pizza, calzone, buffalo mozzarella, olive oil. These fucks had nothing. They ate pussy before we gave them the gift of our cuisine. This is the worst. This espresso shit.
We do have a lot to be thankful for.
So she finally agreed to have somebody come in days.
Okay.
No matter what I do, I feel guilty.
Yeah.
Why?
Well, the real reason is I know I can't let her live with us.
That doesn't seem very practical given her personality.
What's my wife? She won't allow it.
Where are your sisters in all this?
He feels guilty over
They
that.
cut it off with her a long time ago. No way she's fucking
Oh,
with
sisters?
So you're carrying all this guilt when your mother is clearly someone who has great difficulty in maintaining a relationship with anyone.
them. But she's my mother. You're supposed to take care of your mother. She's a little old lady.
Not to you. She's very powerful.
Bullshit.
There are some people who are not ideal candidates for parenthood.
Come on. She's an old sweetie pie.
What were some of the good experiences you remember as a child?
I love this therapy
Interesting.
sessions.
Me too.
Can you think of any?
One time we were down to the shore. My father, he tripped and he fell down the stairs. And we were all laughing. The whole family was laughing. My mother was laughing.
Any other loving experiences?
Hey, she's a good woman. She put food on that table every night. I'm the ungrateful fuck, because I come here and I complain about her and I let my wife exclude her from my home.
No, wait.
Just because she put food on your table, boy, doesn't mean she was a good mother.
You Perry then?
Yes.
Tony Soprano.
Olivia, your son is here.
Olivia.
Isn't he a handsome king?
Yeah, I was here taking care of my mother. No gotcha. Okay.
What is that?
Hey,
I
Ma!
don't know what it means.
Fiori!
Is that like an
Not
accent?
yet,
Kanji.
unfortunately for some.
How one's a Delphinios?
But like she works for him. Like she's not an outsider hired.
She's stealing.
Who?
The Gitsune. That beautiful plate that Aunt Septimia took from that restaurant in Rome. It's gone.
I don't know, Ma. She seems like a nice person. Sure she stole it? Keep forcing your possessions on people thinking you're gonna die.
Wish it was tomorrow. And she's so forward, too. Who does she think she is?
Jackie, you're the boss. Tell him to leave Conley Truck and home.
Didn't know it was a Conley truck. Hey, Chris didn't know going in.
Oh,
Bullshit.
they shouldn't have attacked that truck.
Too much grumpy old man.
You're gonna be a fucking funny boy too now, huh?
Hey! Yeah, but Jackie, you go around hoping you and your uncle could settle a thing, just the two of you. Not be invited to a fucking sit-down.
You got fucking Chiricawas working for you. You don't control them. Jackie, you got a ruler?
The kids who hit that truck, they make restitution to Junior.
Done. It's done.
Who's Jackie? Like a middleman?
Christopher Moltisanti's a fucking loose cannon, and that Faroni kid, if
I
ever...
should get a man out of a sick bed.
Hey, fuck that shit. I may be acting boss while the old man's a guest of the government, but I wish somebody tell my bowels because they don't obey. And a fucking chemo. Maybe I should name a successor.
What does he mean by playing boss?
Who wants the fucking job?
Cappuccinos, he cannot let this go.
He cannot accept this.
The description does work in this branch. Paulie, you listening to me?
Paulie?
Yeah. Oh, again with the rape of the culture. Can we go find these Spice Girls already and get this over with?
It's like, this is mine. I'm
ridiculous.
Oh, look at her. She's so cute.
Yeah.
Oh. I was wondering how long it's gonna take her to go crazy.
Did you say something to her?
Beats me.
I know how to talk to people. These blacks. Who knows what they're going to take the wrong way?
Shocking, she's racist, would have thought.
I honestly thought that was for sure.
I mean, when like, she's like, I don't like her, that was immediate, like, because she's black.
She's stealing.
And yeah, of course. But like, I thought she's not gonna like anyone, you know?
I'm not gonna pay. Oh yeah? I'm serious. Now serious is what happens if you don't pay. By my hand.
By what I did on the Triborough Tower situation alone, I should have been made right then, boom.
Made what?
No, I'm fucking serious, Tony.
The books are closed.
Did you talk to Jackie about me?
Mm-hmm.
They're not accepting any new members.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Boss my ass, Tone. Come on, everybody knows you really run things since Jackie became the chemo sabi.
Oh, he's not the boss?
Open the fucking door. Open the fucking door!
So Jackie is the acting boss.
Alright, fuck. You give me the 15K. I'll talk to Uncle Junior personally. And maybe I can get it to around 10.
But how does this work,
One
like
more
the
thing.
DVD thing?
You leave Conley Trucking and every other fucking item on this planet that belongs to my Uncle Junior, including his hemorrhoid donut. The fuck alone. Got it?
So like, do all of them work together? Because like, seems like everyone has a separate business. Like, he stole the DVDs. You're gonna keep the 5,000 to yourself.
My little Wren.
What do you think his commission will be?
2-3 grand, 10 to Junior. We're lucky we net $500 from the whole thing.
It's so funny to me that they're looking for the car of the teacher because his son has a D.
What do you want?
You seen a school teacher satin around here?
The school teacher said
They're ridiculous.
Yep. We ain't saying shit until there's an attorney present. Well, go ahead.
This is not the police. This is
What do you mean attorney present? What an attorney?
Do they look like fucking cops?
Fucking car's been chopped. Fucking useless now.
That's not it.
Then why is that car inside there? You see it? That Dodge? Why is that motherfucker wearing a fucking plate number I've been carrying in my shirt all week?
I don't know.
The two of yous are climbing over that fence and shagging those plates.
The reason why.
Then, one of you stays with us while the other goes out on the street and boosts another satin.
They're gonna give the teacher a star. Would he not recognize like the inside of his own car?
Probably would. But close enough.
Young young man, pretty good, huh?
She had to drive Fanny to the doctor's. Then she is picking up my mother and father, and they're coming here.
I really am confused how it's safe for her to drive.
You know, I complain about my mother all the time about how she just sits at home. But she's always ready to drive those Ulster friends of hers around. Proud of her. Gives me hope.
Getting chilly out here.
This has to be a manual car. How the fuck is she driving this?
You never know who's in there.
Oh, what do you mean? How old do you think she is?
I don't know how old she is. She's very forgetful. You know what I mean? Like you need to, like a clutch. Oh!
Exactly. Exactly.
Minor concussion.
What about the other woman?
Hip.
Broken hip. Yeah, that's not that great.
They're saying that she shouldn't live alone anymore.
And yet you say she's very healthy and over.
Yeah, he doesn't want to accept this. Like a ball.
Why?
I'm just thinking.
He doesn't want to accept it.
Yeah.
And I know there are other doctors who are right there, but you know from your own life, depression can cause accidents, poor performance, or worse.
So what are you saying? That unconsciously she tried to whack her best friend?
It's interesting that you would even take that from what I said.
Literally because I didn't take it that way at all. See? The red, in the red shirt. You know the actress. Everyone knows the actress. I don't know, I know the actress. I don't know where I know her from as well, but like I just know the actress.
I don't recognize her, honestly.
Like, I don't think I've seen her necessarily in anything, but I feel like I know her from this. Just like Tony, the actor. I don't think I've seen him anywhere, but just like I know him.
I didn't see her then.
Come on, they're not confirming any new maid guys. How come? Fucking chaos.
Okay, new maid. Maid is a quote.
Guys, they don't even know who to make payments up the ladder to in some cases.
Getting back to what we were talking about.
You want that lamp?
I'll lie down.
That lamp. That's real Omaloo. You know what that's worth?
She's dying again.
We'll fix good lamp-wise. Thanks.
Take it and take the vodka lounger. Somebody's got to take this stuff before I die. Otherwise, it's going to be an awful lot of stuff. You know my good jewelry?
The stuff Dad gave you. Yeah, some of those pieces came right out of Cartier's window, huh? What we both want is for you to live long and wear your sparklers to your grandchildren's graduations.
I gave it all to your cousin Josephine.
What the fuck, the good jewelry?
She always admired it. They don't have much money.
You gave a fucking cousin Cartier dinner rings and you give me a vibrating chair?
Your wife never showed any interest in my jewels.
The point is, I talked to Mrs. DiCaprio over there, and she says she's got a corner suite available with a woods view. It's available now, but it's gonna go fast.
Of course it's available. Somebody died.
Oh, Ma, you gotta stop. You gotta stop with this black poison cloud all the time, because I can't take it anymore.
Oh, poor you.
You know, I got problems at work. I got problems at home. I got a friend that's been diagnosed with cancer.
Go on, go into the ham. And take the carving knife and stab me. Here, now, please. It would hurt me less than what you just said.
You know, I know seniors that are inspired.
God.
Like, this is too... seems too familiar.
Yeah.
I'm taking a pass.
What? It's Italian suits, Christopher.
There was a time in my life when being with the Tony Soprano crew was all I ever dreamed of. Maybe one reason why things are so fucked up in the organization these days is guys running off, not listening to middle management.
Oh my god.
Fuck Tony. That's a quote.
We have to stick together.
Suck my dick.
He's gonna get himself killed.
Yeah, 100%.
I understand how the Mafia works. I would like explanations.
Hey, yo, you need some help over here!
This happens way too often, like this they already know.
Hurry up! Yo,
What if he has a gun?
I'm a friend of Billy's. I'm gonna take my lunch, okay?
It's a gun.
It's a gun, literally. Is it a gun in the lunch?
I think so.
Man, you can't drop this.
Or he's gonna get fucking run over.
You drive, I'll direct it.
Yeah, I think so.
No.
Oh, fuck! Fuck!
I cannot believe the actor. You didn't see the actor?
Was he Bodhi?
Yeah, it was
I
Bodhi.
thought for a second it looked like Bodhi and I thought I might be imagining things.
I couldn't concentrate on the scene because it was Bodhi.
I need to go back. Oh my love. I'm gonna cry.
I thought you reacted because of that.
I was not looking at the face clearly, but like I thought for a second, oh, that looks a bit like Bodhi. I miss him so much.
Mr. Soprano, do you have an Uncle Junior?
You tracked me down here?
Mine too?
They're in fucking cahoots. The mother and the uncle.
Yeah.
He'll return the call. Livia. Did you ever hear the old Italian saying? My aunt used to go, col tempo la foglia, gelso diventa senta.
Okay.
What does that mean, Bonnie? Time and patience change the mulberry leaf to silk.
They have been here for
This
like,
is
he says his
scary.
great grandfather came here, so like, how much of Italian do they really know?
What does that mean?
She's the funniest character.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Brendan hit Conley again.
He what?
And, the driver, you know.
No, I don't know.
I don't know, he caught some friendly fire or something, and, he's gone.
The poor fucking guy.
Well, what do we do?
This is a stressful line of work, honestly.
Boys, I'll tell you.
There's a murdered guy for this. There's a
stuff,
murdered guy for this. I mean,
Alright, so
not that there's like it would have been worth it with something more, but like.
Had nothing to do with this. Oh, told him that's true. He's still
Shut up. Did you do anything to stop it? Did you offer any guidance? What do we mean when we say leadership?
What are we gonna do?
What you're gonna do is you're gonna take these suits, you're gonna put them back in the truck, you're gonna go over to Conley's main yard, and you're gonna give them back.
Ah, fuck.
And then you're gonna call my uncle and you're gonna tell him when it's done.
What about the dead guy?
Oh, you keep prodding him with a stick. You're not a candle to St. Anthony. But I think you're fucked.
What if this didn't go back?
Your problem?
Who is this guy?
I don't know, he's so funny.
No, I don't see you assholes putting that rack and this rack here back in the truck.
He gets to keep it. Are you also shopping?
I thought I was out. Won't be back in.
He thinks it. He thinks every day is the Godfather, I guess.
My wife dropped me off this morning, and there it was. It's right in my parking spot.
My Uncle Pussy helped my dad locate it. It's nice and clean, too.
Whoa, different keys. Probably too much to hope my papers are still inside the trunk here.
It's a different color.
Whoa.
My dad's a hero.
If this guy...
My dad's a hero.
Did you actually lose consciousness like with the ducks?
No.
Improvement.
Because I'm sad to put my mother away?
Sad is good. Unconscious isn't.
She won't speak to me.
That is sad. But whose choice is that?
Well, somehow that doesn't make it any better.
Can you admit to yourself that yes, you're sad, but you're very angry and full of rage?
I'm sad.
It's hard to admit that you might have feelings of hatred towards your own mother, isn't it?
You out of your tree.
Listen to me carefully. Of course you love her. What I'm trying to say is own the anger instead of displacing it. Otherwise, it defines your life.
You know?
It needs to be acknowledged.
It's a good thing time is up. I don't want to talk to you anymore. Hate your mother.
Press 0. Hello? Hello? Hello?
God, is this the end? What is happening? What is happening in the end? What do you mean the end? No. God. I just feel like I can't. It's so odd to explain. I feel like I have been in this family. I have been.
I mean,
like, what is this?
That's true.
Like I have never felt
things and topics that like the show is talking about and Tony is talking about is like you said so close to home.
Like it's ridiculous.
Like what
it's
is
so
this?
ridiculous.
No words, honestly.
I don't know where to start. This was ridiculous.
Honestly, loved everything.
Like, are we in the show? Like, what is happening?
Yeah, I don't know how to explain that, but like
it's odd.
A lot of things that like were mentioned this episode seem very familiar.
I don't know if it's like because I mean every culture is different and like every person's upbringing is like gonna be different, and I think everyone here in the Balkans pretty much has a similar type of like family dynamic. And it's somehow like when you watch shows, and we often watch shows that are like based in America, it doesn't necessarily feel familiar. And for some reason their dynamic like seems so familiar. Like if they've had these conversations, I've been privy to certain conversations that are similar.
And the show concentrated on those conversations and like feelings, let's say, that Tony had, which is I feel like similar, like what we or our parents went and felt, and had conversations with and things like that. Like the episode in the beginning, very early on, opened up with like a conversation between Tony and his therapist, where where he found out that like his mom was almost like burned down the house, and like that he needs to do something about it, you know.
Yeah.
So like there's two options, especially because his mom is like has some type of dementia, you know.
Yeah,
and he needs to do something about it. There are a few options. One of it is like nursing home, and the other one is like to take her, hire someone, or like to take her in.
Yeah,
which is I think mostly something that like are familiar in our culture. Yeah. I don't think I have ever watched a show where like there was this types of conversation about nursing homes, let's say.
Yeah.
Because like when I would watch something and we would see people going to nursing home, that was like a normal thing.
Yeah.
I don't think it's like that here, you know?
No, there's like a certain type of, let's say, shame connected to it, because like you're sending your loved one away. Like there is a certain aspect where like it seems like it is embarrassing if you do not like look after your parents to your own detriment, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so like everyone here has lived with their grandparents at a certain point. Like one side of my grandparents, they lived in a house next to us, so like they were already there. And then at a certain point when I was younger, my other set of grandparents, they were getting older. My dad's parents, they were getting older, and they also moved in, so that like we would all take care of them. It's taboo basically to even think about retirement homes here.
Exactly. And I have never seen that type of conversation in TV shows, you know. Like nothing concentrating on that. Like Tony was feeling guilt, very very much guilt, because of how he wasn't able to accept his mother into his home, because like his wife wouldn't allow it.
Yeah.
And yet he was allowing his wife to make that type of decisions for his mother, you know.
No, but like Carmela did not have a problem with Livia moving in. Like she literally told her, do you wanna move in? Like I'm not gonna beg you, but like do you wanna move in? I don't have a problem with that. And like Tony is lying to himself that the problem is his wife.
Yeah.
That is not the problem. He just does not wanna move his mother in, because like that's gonna be detrimental to him. Like there's a very big issue with his mother and him, but like he is pushing that away onto his wife as if that is the problem. Well, like she doesn't want to do it, so like we can't do it, but like it's not about her, it's about you.
Exactly. And again, his mom doesn't want to go to a nursing home.
Yeah.
And that would be an embarrassment, that like he wouldn't accept his mother into his own home and like took care of her, that he would send her into a nursing home. You can see how much guilt he feels towards that, and how he's saying about his mother that like he's a great woman. She is a great woman, and she always put a food on his table and on their table, and how ungrateful he is, and like how horrible he's treating her.
You just can't, like their dynamic is very interesting. I mean, we see how they function together. His mother seems like peculiar type of a person. Nothing unimaginable. She just does not seem like the loving type. Like she seems very manipulative, and she seems very. It's clear and understandable why he would hold anger towards her, and why he would hold resentment. He cannot accept that. Like that's what the fuck is the therapist's name? The therapist was telling him about. Like, yes, you feel guilt about this, but you also feel anger towards your mother for like things that we are, yet to uncover. But like again, the way that she communicates with him, it's easy to see why he would hold resentment to her. And like, I don't know what his childhood looked like, but when asked what his favorite memory was when his dad fell downstairs and everyone laughed. Like even mother laughed. Like he does not have warm memories of his childhood. Yeah. And again, his mother seems like a cold woman that is gonna make her own son like feel guilty about this. Like feel guilty about anything and everything. Like the jewelry talk, just like all those scenes felt vindictive from her side. Like, it doesn't seem to me like she holds love towards her son. Like, we did not see a scene where that was gonna appear. And for Tony, like, again, there's a big thing with them, like, being Italian, like, it's in your culture, like, to take care of your family, like, your mother is your mother and father are, like, it for you. And so, like, he needs to paint this picture being like, she put food on our table. What does that mean? Like, she put food on your table and she gave roof. She, like, gave you roof over your head. That is the bare minimum that your family needs to give you. Like, you did not ask to be born. They brought you into this world. They better fucking put food on your table and a roof over your head. You know, that does not equate love necessarily. And so, like, he just thinks that...
But, like, that's the only thing that, like, he has ever known.
Yeah.
That, like, she did put the food on their table, and, like, that those are the things, like, were always probably even said to him that he should be grateful for his parents. Like, that was the way that, like, he was taught to live and to think about his family and his mother.
He cannot accept that. He cannot accept, I think, the fact that he should hold resentment towards her, because, like, then, like, she by accepting that, then you accept the fact that she kind of, like, screwed you up, because, like, there's something to resent there.
Yeah.
And,
but,
like, that is, he cannot do that.
Yeah, but you can see that, like, he does feel resentment. And, like, even when his therapist talks about that, like, it hits him. And, like, he completely changes his behavior. He got up and was like, what is this kind of talk of hating his own mother? Because, like, again, that is shameful.
Yeah, like,
to
you're
feel
like...
resentment towards your parents after everything that, like, they have done for you. Like, you are a horrible person for even thinking something like that.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah, which, like, is not the case at all. I think just like anyone's dynamic with their family, with their parents, is gonna be a complicated one, because like, they're the people that have most say in how you end up as a person that you end up in. And, like, so even you can love your parents and resent them at the same time. Like, those things can coexist, and I think oftentimes do coexist next to each other. Also, sometimes you just don't owe your parents love to any degree. Like, sometimes they were not meant to be parents, and they didn't do a good job, and they screwed you up forever, and they don't show you love, and you owe them nothing. You literally owe nothing to them. It's very difficult to accept that, again, growing up in an environment where it seems like you owe your parents everything. Like, that's also the environment that we grow up in here. I mean, again, his mother doesn't seem like to be the type, just like does not seem to be the type that cares. I don't know, she seems a bit like, there was aspects of it that reminded me of my grandma in her, because, like, my grandma I loved her to death, but, like, she had those moments where she, like, every time she gets hurt or whatever, oh, take this, or, like, what are we gonna do with this, or whatever. But, like, the clear immediate difference was that she loved all of us. Like, she really loved all of us, and at every point she knew, anytime that she would get, like, let's say, less rational, or that she would get selfish or mean or whatever, like, you knew that she loved you, and, like, there was just, like, some problems that, like, she could not get past, and so, like, you ignore certain things, but, like, you always knew that she loved you. I don't see that with this woman. It doesn't look that way. And, like, that might be wrong. We have seen 2 episodes. I have not, in those 2 episodes, I've not seen any warmth. Like, again, to the point where, like, her son thinks that she ran over her friend. Like, to be capable of doing that.
Yeah, that was very interesting.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, again.
Because, again, neither of us thought
that my mind didn't go there, like, at all.
Not at all.
And no, in the universe didn't go there. Yeah. And again, it's a certain type of, I think, person that you need to be, considering her husband was also a mob boss. Like, she was in this world, so she's gonna be a specific type of person, you know.
That's what I think as well. Like,
so
again, she would also, in my opinion, be a very interesting character to explore, and, like, her relationship with her son, even when he was younger. Like, I would like to see. I mean, we're gonna go through that potentially with Tony, but, like, that's maybe how we're gonna learn more about her as well in the past. Because,
definitely,
again,
about his childhood.
Yes, because, again, that is not also impossible for me to understand in some degrees how somebody would turn out that way, with again also the way that like they have led and they have been raised and things like that. And we see that with Tony, and you know.
Yeah, I mean, again, the way that he acts, I feel like he's the type of person that makes you think like if he was born in a different environment, he would not behave this way. Like he is very aggressive. Like now at the end, he beat this guy up with a
like that
fucking
is
phone.
such a duality like in him, because at one point I think like, oh, he's so scary. Like if I was around him, if I was any of these kids, guys, whatever, I would be terrified of him. And yet at the second point, I think like he cares so much.
Like it seems like approachable. Yeah, I don't know.
He seems like he would do a lot to people for people he cares for, you know?
Yeah.
Like I would think he would do anything, you know?
Yeah.
And that is such an interesting, honestly fucking fascinating character at this point. I am shocked.
There's such clear two sides to him, and again those sides are very connected,
but like they all make sense, and
they just work together.
And this is such a interesting story, and it's like we are going through and through those sides and reasonings with him and his psychiatrist. That's so fascinating to me. Yeah. And love hearing psychiatrist makes him think, but like it's not even that the woman makes him think. It's like he's exactly in that moment he's taking himself, because she says something about why her grandma did what she did, you know. And like I don't remember exactly what I thought in that moment, but like it didn't cross my mind that she would potentially want to hurt her friend. You know. But like he says that because that is something that he thinks, you know?
Yeah.
And that's like the psychiatry just made him say it, you know?
Because then again, that's how he sees her, which if I'm gonna assume that's how she is, because like she would run over her best friend. That is supposed to be a person that you love. And you treat her in such a way that you're gonna run over her. So like I can only imagine what type of a mother she was. Like you're supposed to love your kid, and you're gonna like run them over. That's kind of the same metaphor, because like that his answer was immediate, because it was about another person. You know, it was not about him. It was not about like potentially what she has done to him and his like growing up stages or whatever. I just like I find this so fascinating.
No, honestly, this episode, like the whole.
I'm sure that we're gonna see the woman die. Like she is, you know, she has years, and like I'm sure that we're gonna see her die, and I would wonder like what would that do to him. I'm going too far because I don't think it's gonna happen anytime soon.
Which is also very interesting, because like, is it sadness? Is it some type of relief at the same time?
I think it's
all of those emotions can coexist.
You know what I think it's gonna be? Because like they mentioned like his father died, and like everything she says, every time she talks about him, he says he was a saint.
Yeah.
I don't fucking know, but like it's whatever she says, like it clearly seems like she has not said that while he was alive, you know. And so like I feel like it's gonna be the same thing with her when she passes away. My mother was a saint.
I don't
and like
know.
That is not a reality of the situation.
Maybe, I don't know. It depends, because like he is going to therapy.
True.
That can change your perspective of things.
Yes. Very true.
So I'm not sure. I think it can happen that like that is where he would to end up.
Yeah, but like to end up at a certain place that is healthy, you also need to take yourself out of unhealthy situation. You know what I mean? And like the life that he leads is not like the best of situations, you know, mentally for someone. And so like I don't know how much he can be, let's say, a healthy person while doing the job that he does. You know what I mean?
I understand, but like at the same time he can get to a point where he is gonna acknowledge that his mother wasn't a saint.
Yeah.
Like I think we're dealing with that already in episode 2. Yeah. You know?
I wonder, like, let's say before she dies or something, if he's like, yes, you were not a saint or whatever, but like when she dies, you know, like when you lose people or whatever, you're gonna look back on things much more generous than they really were, you know. So like I wonder if he is gonna revert back to, because I think it would be like an interesting parallel. for him to speak that way about his mother after she dies.
I'm really wondering.
I don't know. There's like that's right now my such an interesting story, and I love that the like Mafia things. It's like a side story. Like it's such a side story. At
this point, which is so interesting to me because that is not something that I expected. I expected it to be. That's why I enjoyed first 2 episodes much more than I expected because like there was so much about him as a person.
Yeah.
And like we talked about, like I somehow all those things that like he's going through make sense to me.
Yeah.
I don't know, like if I haven't lived through some, my mother has lived through some. If my mother hasn't lived through some, you talked to me about stories about your family, or other friend talk to me about stories about their family, and somehow it seems everything here it seems so familiar of him now, like of his mother now, him saying like how she won't speak to him because he put her in a nursing home and she won't talk to him, and the way that like he was raised that makes sense that she actually wants to talk to him now, you know what I mean, like that is something that
she's punishing him for this. It's so fascinating. I don't know,
like I don't know how to explain, but like I had feelings in this episode made me have feelings.
Like you could have drawn me next to them going through these things, like this makes sense. Like this, like I have been, like you said, either a part of these conversations or like heard about these conversations.
But like I think most of us have been actually a part of these conversations.
Which is just like it's just very interesting because like all the shows we watch, it's not like I necessarily relate to certain family dynamics or whatever, but just like I don't know, this one seems so close to the surface somehow.
I agree.
I don't know, it's very odd.
And we're talking about a mob boss.
That's what I mean.
And his family.
But like that's why it's like the mob storyline is it's like a side story, like which is very fascinating. I don't know exactly what the fuck is happening. Like they are a family, but like we have the uncle, we have Tony, there's the guy that's like the boss, or like he doesn't seem like the boss, it just seems like this one died and they put this one as a boss. Is he the one that has cancer? Because like when they were talking about like how we're gonna resolve that, he like said how they're gonna resolve that. And so like he is he's like the main boss, everyone answers to him, but like they have their own private businesses going because like now they have to pay back their uncle because like they screwed something up. So like I just don't understand. I mean, these are details that I'm sure are going to get more clear how it functions later.
I definitely think we haven't seen much of the business so far. Like we have just like seen bits and pieces, but like even that is to get into the characters and who they are. For example, the guy from the White Lotus, you know, like even those scenes are to get to understand him and where his position is, even though we don't exactly know what business or like what is he doing.
What exactly they're doing. But like I know what they're thinking about it. Like there's something he said like it could have been made. I think like that means like made of official member or part of whatever, like being higher up. Like he's trying to climb the ladder. Those are things that we're just gonna have to learn as we go. Similar like to The Wire, when they start speaking like the things in, you know, the drug business. I don't fucking know what you mean.
Those things actually that like I need to get used to, even the language and things like that. I sometimes miss some things, you know.
But like I feel like in the context I can maybe gauge out what they meant by that.
I think we're gonna get used to it, just like we did with
like
Wire. Later we spoke their language.
Literally.
I understand. Bodhi was in this episode.
I was not watching. I think I was like thinking what is gonna happen with that. So, like I was not watching the guys that we don't know, like Kenter. But like I feel like I saw it for a brief second and I thought, oh, this kind of looked like Bodhi, and then I saw the gun shoot. And so like when you say I can't believe he was there, I was like, oh, was he? But
like there was a scene, I don't know, we were gonna see by you, but like I saw him and I thought it was Bodhi. I wasn't sure, and then you reacted to something.
Oh, okay.
But like I was thinking about Bodhi and I was like, oh my god, yes, I just saw I can't believe it's Bodhi, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I thought like something looked similar, but then like when you were like, oh my god, I didn't know he was there, I was like, actually Bodhi?
Like that's why I was later in the scene, I didn't know even what was happening, because like I was concentrated to see him well, you know?
I have to now rewatch. Thank God I'm editing this.
He's so cute. He was so cute.
I miss him every day.
Every day.
I literally
love him every day.
I cannot I don't know what that is. I literally The Wire and me and Bodhi. I don't know. Like that is the kid that I like. I mean, all the kids in season 4 like fucking hurt me, but like he was with us for the entirety of the show.
No, there are some characters in The Wire that like stuck with me, which is all the kids, also Bodhi, and to me also I don't know, Zeke.
No.
Ziggy. Like even he stuck with me very much.
So many characters in The Wire just like really. I think like I was like thinking the other day, one of the most heartbreaking scenes of my life, regardless of any show, was the scene between Dookie and Michael in that car at the end of season 4. Like I can't think about that scene. Like I have never felt more helplessly heartbroken over something as I have felt in that scene. Like I think about that scene from time to time, and I have to move on because like it breaks me in half. What a good show. Thank God.
But this one started.
This one started so fucking good.
Very good, honestly.
Just like both episodes were stellar.
I'm fucking surprised right now.
And I feel like I can already see the comments being like, it just gets better and better. I can just like, see that.
I cannot wait. I cannot fucking wait, honestly.
I love the whole
I'm so happy
dynamic.
that we have this show. Just because like the thing is like I knew that like we're gonna love it. Like you said, like
everyone fucking loves it. Like
why are we special, you know?
Yeah.
But like now watching it and loving these first 2 episodes this much, like I'm just excited for what is coming,
Me too.
You know?
Me too.
Like I couldn't be more excited for this.
Yeah, I agree. This was so good.
Honestly, I really enjoy the characters. Like I enjoy
too.
family and the dynamic within the family. Like we said many times, like I really enjoy I don't know the name of the wife.
Carmela.
I really enjoy her as well.
She's very funny as well somehow. I don't know. Like there's so many there's so many scenes in the show that are actually very funny.
I think
which
so.
Which maybe they did not expect it to be so funny, but like there's just like so many funny moments.
That's the thing that like I actually find even more funny. I love these shows that don't focus on comedy and it's somehow
funny.
The most funny to me. Like even I remember watching Fringe. I thought that the show was pure comedy. I died laughing in every episode, you know? And those were just some scenes put in there. It's not like a show. It's not like the main centric of the show is not a comedy, you know? And I feel that way here as well with some scenes like where I just want to laugh.
But like those things are going to be funnier to me. So that's unexpected as well.
Yeah.
I don't know. This is a very fucking strong start.
Can't wait to watch the next episode.
Me too.
Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you very soon. Bye.